Why does Air Force One cost $3.2 billion? What is so special about it? Air Force One is not really an air force of any country, it is the most recognizable aircraft in the world. The most recognizable jet is Boeing 747 with the iconic blue and white paint scheme. Seal of the President of United States of America is displayed prominently on its sides. That is the Air Force One. This jet is used for the travel of the President of States. It signifies the power of White House and the stature they enjoy on global level. The jet has traveled in every continent except Antarctica. However, the plane is old and so is its twin, with both of them serving since 1987, an incredible lifespan for modern jet. Now United States is in need of a new airplane, and an estimate cost that they are paying for it is around $3.2 billion. That's a lot of money. So the question is, why is it so expensive? We are not the only one thinking that the price to be too high. Current USA President, Donald Trump, has always been vocal about the staggering cost of the aircraft. He protested against it even before he attained the highest position in American affairs. Even after becoming the president, he protested against the cost, only to sign a secret deal that would exceed the price further to a massive $4 billion mark later for two planes. The first thing to understand here is that the total cost here is not for both the planes, but rather for research and development, procurement of the actual aircraft, and for all the other high-tech systems on board. The current price tag includes upgrades to just about every facet of the aircraft. So it is easy to assume now that most of the money charged is not for the aircraft alone, but for the multitude of extremely high-tech and classified hardware that is installed inside. A major chunk of this cost also goes towards the defense system aboard Air Force One that is meant to keep the president safe. It is no rocket science that such a prominent plane can easily become a target of many enemy organizations and countries, and so the system to protect the president has to be top-notch. The Air Force One has a lot of tricks up its sleeves to protect the president. For starters, a mid-air attack on Air Force One is an extremely unlikely event. Its flight plan is made well in advance of any official presidential meeting. The plan is always designed in a way that friendly air assets are never far away. Usually the route of the aircraft will be designed to only cross the friendly nations, who will have air assets of their own on standby in case they need to respond to an emergency and lend their assistance. In this case, anyone trying to attack Air Force One will first have to go through an emergency response force of Allied fighters. In case of the unavailability of no friendly air forces around, carrier battle groups will be propositioned in the route to defend President. Given the universal reach of America's Navy and Air Force, help is never far away. If the hostile plane manages to destroy the fighter planes around, Air Force One is equipped in itself to defend itself. These measures are kept highly classified. Some are well known, whereas others can be speculated. It can defend itself against attack with chaff and flares. Chaff is a highly radar reflective material inside a canister, which is then shot out at the back of the aircraft. The canister explodes, filling the sky with radar reflective material, which can confuse any weapon system using radar to lock onto plane. This enables the safety of the plane and the president inside it. Missile launch warning receivers are located on the tail and on the front of the plane as well. Air Force One is also equipped with an Shark 24 Nemesis directional countermeasure system, which actually fires flashes of concentrated infrared energy at incoming missile in order to damage or confuse the targeting optics of a missile. The plane is also equipped with a system to jam multiple frequencies at once. This makes it much more secure. The plane can also focus all of its power on jamming a single radar at all frequencies. But then this leaves it vulnerable to other radars that it cannot respond to. Another major expense of Air Force One is its communication system. Designed as a flying White House, the plane's communication gears allows the president to control a full-blown war if needed while mid-air. He can communicate with every element of his military while in the plane flying from one part of the world to another. The major part of the expense of these planes go into upgrading the communication system. The flight has to be full of equipment that the president finds in the White House. Right from comfort to defense to communication, everything is upgraded in the next generation of planes that is costing us a whopping $4 billion. So now we know why the aircraft is costing such a fortune to America.